Okay, let us proceed, students. Next is example of some non-intersecting lines which we see in our daily life. Hardwood floor, the floor at the opposite ends are non-intersecting. Opposite sides of windows, desk, doors of our homes. Parking slot in parking lot, parallel parking, street. All these are the some examples which shows non-intersecting lines. Now, what are perpendicular lines? A line is said to be perpendicular on other if it stands making an angle of 90 degree. So, see here an example of two perpendicular line is given. Okay, so when a line is perpendicular to other, it forms an angle of 90 degree, and if one angle is 90 degree, automatically all the four angles will be 90 degrees. So you can see two lines that intersect to form four right angles are called perpendicular lines. So everyone is aware about this one also. Some examples of perpendicular lines are given. Some streets are perpendicular. Here you can see window panes and streets of cities, they are perpendicular. Now angle. What is angle? Angle is a figure which is formed by two arms. When two rays meet at a point, angle is formed. When two rays meet at a point, angle is formed. The point where the two rays meet is called vertex of the angle, and the two arms are called arms. Okay. So the magnitude of angle is what? Magnitude means what is the value? Means if it is of 30 degree or 60 degree or 90 degree. Understand? So this is two arms. If one arm is fixed and one is rotating, so how much it has rotated? How much it has rotated? See here is called the amount of rotation. Is called the magnitude of angle. So various type of angles we have seen in our junior classes as well. Acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, adjacent angle, linear pair of angles, and vertically opposite angles. So students, we will try to see one by one of them. See some examples of acute angle: 18 degree, 45 degree, 30 degree, 88 degree, 22.5 degree, and 7 degree. So acute angles are what? Means those angles are said to be acute angles whose measurement is between 0 degree to 90 degree. So here all the examples are between them. All right. Some examples of acute angle you can see here: galleries or this dashboard. Right angles. An angle is said to be a right angle if it is making an angle of 90 degree. Okay, let us move forward. Some examples of right angles, you can see edges of the television or edges of the doors. When we see clock, and if we divide it into four quadrant, each quadrant is perpendicular to each other, or it is if we see the edges of the photo frame, all these are at right angle. Next is obtuse angles. What is obtuse angle? An angle which is more than 90 but less than 180 degree. Here some examples are given: 135 degree, 93 degrees, 174 degree, 117.8 degree, 110 degree, 157 degree. All these are obtuse angle. So angle measure greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degree are called obtuse angle. Some examples are given here. You can see the edges of this aeroplane, or by angle, the angle by which man is sitting, his legs, the graph which is shown here. So all these shows reflects the obtuse angle. Straight angle, very easy. An angle 180 degree is called a straight angle. Some examples: scale, playground, straight lines, all these shows. Now reflex angle. Angles are those angles whose measurement is between 180 degree and 360 degree. Means the angle should be more than 180 degree and should be less than 360 degree. You can see various examples made here. Angles of 230 degree, 266, 242, 197. All these shows reflex angles. Okay. Next is adjacent angles. So adjacent angles is taken into consideration when we talk about two angles, when angles are in pair. So two angles are said to be adjacent. There is a definition, it is given in the book clearly, that two angles are said to be adjacent if they have one common vertex, if they have one common arm, and also the third point is that they have one pair of non-common arm which is on the either side of the common arm. If these three criteria is satisfied, then the two angles are said to be adjacent angle. You can see here B for angle ABC and for angle CBD, B is common here and BC arm is common, and AB and BD are the two arms which is on the other side of BC. So this is an example of adjacent angle. Next is linear pair of angle. So from the adjacent angle we form linear pair if the non-common arm in the adjacent angles form a straight line. Automatically the adjacent angle is converted to a linear pair of angle, and one of the important property of linear pair is that the sum of the two adjacent angles in a linear pair is supplementary, that is 180 degree. Okay, remember this very important point. Many problems will be solved using this. Vertically opposite angles. So when vertically opposite angles come into existence, if there is two intersecting lines, you can see four angles are formed. So two pairs of angle which are on the either side of the vertex are said to be vertically opposite angle. You can see A and B here are on the either side of the vertex of the line which they are intersecting. So these two are named as vertically opposite angles. Okay. So now it is parallel line and transversal you have studied in class 8. So we will have a brief, we will recap very fastly. What are parallel lines? Previously we have studied two lines which never intersect each other are called non-intersecting lines, and non-intersecting lines are called parallel lines. Means the two lines are said to be parallel if they never intersect each other, and the distance, what type of distance? The perpendicular distance between the two lines at every point is always constant, always same, then the two lines are parallel lines. And if a line is just intersecting the parallel lines, the name of that line is transversal. You can see here L and M are two transversal parallel line, and T is a transversal, and due to this 8 angles are formed, and we have studied about these angles. They are corresponding angle, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angle, interior angle on the same side of transversal. So we will study it one by one. What is corresponding angles? So when two parallel or not parallel, just two intersecting line, two lines is there and T is a transversal, so you can see 8 angles are formed. So what will be the corresponding angles? If we take any angle on the parallel line, then the other angle should also be taken as on the parallel line and on the same side of transversal. For example, 1 and 5, they are on the parallel line. It is not a parallel line actually, these are two intersecting line. So over the line and on the same side of transversal. So 1 and 5 is a corresponding same way. 2 and 6 are over the line and toward the right of the transversal. They are also corresponding same way. 3 and 7 are below the lines and on the same side, left side of the transversal. So 3 and 7 is corresponding angle. Same way 4 and 8, they are below the lines and toward the right of the transversal. So they should be on the same side. Corresponding angle should always be on the same side of transversal, and if it is on the line, so both angles should be taken on the line, and if it is taken below the line, both angles should be taken below the line. Okay. Next is alternate interior angles. So as the name suggests, interior angles. So if these two lines are parallel, so interior angle means the angles which lie between the parallel line. Here 5, 6, 7 and 8 are interior angles. But when we talk about alternate interior, so one angle should be on the left hand side of the transversal and one angle should be on the right hand side. See here example as I have shown, 5 angle 5 and angle 6, they are alternate interior, their interior angle as well as alternate side of the transversal. Same way 7 and 8 are alternate interior angles. Alternate exterior angles, same way. Now exterior angles are those angles which are outside the lines, parallel lines or any lines. So here we can see the angles which are outside, they are exterior angle. But when we talk about alternate, it should be one angle should be on the left hand side of the transversal and one angle should be on the right hand side of the angle. Transversal. So here we can see A and H. A and H are the alternate exterior angle. Similarly, B and G are also alternate exterior angle. Next is interior angles on the same side. They are also named as co-interior angles. Another name is co-interior angle. So interior angle on the same side of transversal, here you can see F and D. Similarly, C and E. Now we talk about collinear points. What is collinear points? So 3 or more points are said to be collinear if they lie in the same straight line. Here you can see A, B, C are the 3 points which are lying on the same straight line. And if the 3 points are not in same straight line, then what will be the name given to these points? Non-collinear points. Next is complementary angle. So two angles are said to be complementary if the sum of these angles, if the sum of the measurement of these angles is always 90 degree. So when we add 63 degree plus 27 degree, we will get 90 degree, or second example 60 degree plus 30 degree, 90 degree. So a pair of angle is always taken for complementary angle, and if the sum of their measurement is 90 degree, then it is complementary. And same way supplementary angle, a pair of angle when added together, when the sum of their measurement is 180 degree, it is called supplementary angle. So students, this is the end of this topic here. The basic concept is given. We will see some theorems. After this I will add some theorems and some few questions of the exercise I will add also in the next video. But everyone remember this, watch the video very carefully and like the video, share the video and subscribe the video. Thank you all.